This entire sunrise session came down to patience, light, and recognizing opportunities. Let me show you exactly how I approached it. So when I arrived on the location, I was super discouraged. I was hoping for a beautiful sunrise, and right now this is being filmed on a DJI Osmo Action 5, and it's hard to tell because it does a good job of showing the light, but it was actually very, very dark. So I showed up before sunrise, and if you're going out for a sunrise shoot, you definitely want to make sure that you're showing up before golden hour because you want to get yourself ready. But man, when I showed up, there were so many things working against me. It was supposed to be a nice clear day, and of course, do you see where the clouds here are in the back? That's right where the sun was supposed to rise. So I was super discouraged starting my day off with this big cloud cover right where the sun's going to rise. I was like, man, that's going to ruin it. And then when I showed up, there was nothing. There were no birds, nothing around. So that's 2 hits right there. I'm like, man, there's nothing around. There's a cloud cover. I should probably, just head out. And I don't see any birds. That's where you can't make the mistake to leave. You gotta wait it out because things will show up. I had pre-scouted this location already, so I had seen harlequin ducks here. I had seen shorebirds. I knew it was going to be a good spot. You just got to be patient. So I was patient. I think I waited around for about 40 minutes before anything happened. I just hunkered down near these rocks and I sat. I didn't do anything. Just waited around. And then at one point, that's when I saw some shorebirds come in and land on some rocks. So I started to slowly make my way up, and you can actually see them there. You can see them just where my mouse cursor is, near the tip of my lens. There's a couple of little shorebirds sitting right there, so I just slowly crawled along the rocks to go and get shots of them, but it was still super dark. Like I said, the Osmo Action 5 is doing a pretty good job of showing that it looks really light, but it was still pretty dark. The sun hadn't even risen yet, and I had this nice gull land right in front of me. I didn't want the gull though, I wanted the shorebirds. The gull ended up moving over for me, so I ended up creeping as close as I could to try and get some shots, but it was still super, super dark, right? But I did get into a good position, and I knew birds, if the shorebirds were landing there, then hopefully some other birds would maybe be landing there. But the shots I ended up getting were, these. Way too dark, and I'll show you edited photos as we move on, but the ones that this wasn't worth editing to me. So I have a lot of unedited shots that I'm going to show you just to show you the point of kind of what I was working with, what I was doing. So I took some shots just to see how's this going to look, and was like, nah, okay, the light's not there yet. That's okay. We're just going to be patient some more. That wasn't quite it. So I was patient, and I thought I'd get a better angle. So I wanted to see if I could get even closer to where they were sitting, but then as I was walking around the side of the rock, if you look here on the right, where my cursor is far on the right, there was a harlequin duck sitting there. It's like, okay, so we got some birds now showing up. So they're sitting nicely on those rocks. I was like, okay, I can probably get nice and close if I crawl out onto the rocks in front of me. So now I got some shorebirds and I got some harlequin ducks, and that's roughly right where the sun is going to be coming up. I know those clouds again were discouraging, but this was promising. This was exciting. So, okay, I'm going to hunker down. I'm going to get into a position where I'm probably going to stay for a while. And that's what I ended up doing. So I moved up nice and close here, tried not to get too soaked. And I'm always staying low. Like I'm crouching even right here. I'm not standing straight up, because standing straight up is a good way to spook them, even if you're far away. So just staying low, getting nice on the rocks, watching the tide coming in and out so I don't get soaked. I think I did get my gloves wet here. But then from there, I was just firing off some more shots just to see what they looked like from this positioning. And again, still too dark, right? But we can already see some of that light peeking through on the top here, so we can see some light peeking through. I'm like, this is gonna be a good spot. The harlequin ducks are there. If there's harlequin ducks already there, they're probably gonna bring more in. So we're just gonna sit and wait, and boom. Okay, it's starting to lighten up even more as I'm sitting and waiting. And this is another shot of the shorebirds. So remember I took this one because remember the shot that we took earlier? that was about a half hour earlier. And now we're looking at it half hour later. So the light's already starting to improve. So I knew this was going to be the spot. Like, this is where I'm going to sit down and wait. There's shorebirds here. There's harlequin ducks nice and low, right at eye level. I'm in a good spot. Tide's not going to come up and get me. That's always a worry. So I knew this was going to be the spot to sit and wait. So that's what I did. That's just my camera strap over top of my face. And I could see some even swimming around here on the right. So that was great. So I knew I'd be able to get a variety of shots in this location. I could get some on the water, which is what I'm going for right now, is I'm going to get them as they're on the water. I know that I can get them when they're off the water and perched in a nice safe spot. So there's a lot of variety here, and they're going to be backlit. I got beautiful light that's rising, so this was going to be the spot. So this is the shot on the water that we got. That's not what we're going for. We got to wait for the sun to rise. But now we got lots of opportunity in this location. So this is going to be the spot where we're going to sit and hunker down. And that's what I did. I found this better spot here, a lot closer. So coming up here close, I got more coming over here on the left, probably to come and roost in this spot. There's a whole bunch of them out there. So I knew this was going to be excellent. And there it is. So fast forward, there's the sun peeking through. Look at that nice golden glow hitting that harlequin right in front of me. Perfect. So that's already a change. The light is getting better and better, just needing to be more patient. So I sat there, waited. 1, 2, light's getting even better, and 3, look at that. Nice flare coming through, sun peeking through those clouds. I like lens flare. It's really light here on the bottom. I know some folks don't like it, but I just think it just adds such a beautiful glow to it. So still hadn't edited these. These ones weren't the ones that I decided to edit. But this was like, okay, now where this is the spot. Now it's game time. So now I'm looking around, trying to see what opportunities there are. And right away, when the sun is like that, I'm looking for silhouettes. So that's the first opportunity that I went for. The light's just coming up and things are still kind of dark. So I'm going to take advantage of that so I can darken out the bird and have the nice golden glow at the back. A little tip for silhouettes is, see how it's nice and dark down here at the bottom? I put my focus point near the edge of the bird. Sometimes it can get confused and it can lock onto the dark ground here, but if you put it at the edge, then the camera goes, oh, okay, orange and dark. Okay, we're going to focus on the dark. So that's just a little tip for silhouettes. But this is when the light was starting to get good. Went for the silhouette, and now I'm waiting. Look at that. Look at the glow now. Oh, it was so beautiful. And just such a difference poking up over the clouds. Looking for a nice pose here. The wind was hitting the harlequin a little bit, giving this nice little flare that gave a nice golden edge around the edge of the harlequin's feathers, which I loved. So this one I edited. I used a lot of radial gradients. If you're interested and want me to do an editing video, let me know in the comments. I can show you how I edit and use a lot of radial gradients and a lot of dehazing. When I'm starting to shoot, I'm just looking for simple portraits. Setting the scene, environmental portrait of the duck. Nothing too fancy while we're getting ready, but I like to have my shutter speed higher just in case there are opportunities for anything. So now I just want to show you how the day went. Okay, so this was the very start. Got there, discouraged, cloud cover, really dark. That was our sandpiper right at the start, and now look it. So this is unedited again, but I just wanted to take I took this shot because I want to be able to show you just the difference the light is making. This is roughly the same. This is the same rock. Like, I just switched my position, and now we have more light, and just a major, major difference here. And I just zoomed in on this one so I could show you just how close we're able to get here because I was down low. So I was lying flat and down before the sun had even risen. So I've been down here for about half hour, 45 minutes at this point. Now the ducks are coming in close. They're really calm. They're comfortable with me there. They're hardly even noticing me. Look at how much closer they are here, swimming around me. And now look at that nice sunlight. So here I was trying to get a nice portrait of them on the water with that nice, beautiful light coming through. That was the goal. My camera strap got in my face. So that was the goal there. And I just wanted to show you. So this was before the sun had come up, roughly same location. And then this is after. So again, unedited, but just what a difference, right? that you can see how much difference the light is making. Same exact spot, but now we got these beautiful golden glows. So this here is what I was trying to go for. So I could see how the light was coming in, and when it was hitting, it was just giving such a beautiful glow on the face of the harlequin duck. And that's what I was looking for. But I needed it to turn just right. So I had to be, again, lesson of today, patient and wait for the harlequin duck to turn just right and to hit and to be in that kind of light rays where it was giving beautiful bokeh in the background, and I wanted it to kind of give this nice golden cast onto it to get a nice portrait. And that's when it happened, was right here. So this is where I was able to capture the shot, was when this harlequin duck went by. I was getting that nice golden cast here on the right, and there was bokeh in the back, and I was able to capture this here, this nice portrait with the bokeh. That's what I was trying to go for, because when I'm out shooting and I have a scene like this, I'm trying to go for the full set, right? So I want a portrait, environmental portrait, and then next I'm going to start looking for some action to really, I had the silhouette at the beginning, so something more creative. I love working with the light and then going for a full nice set throughout the day. You don't want to just go after the nice sharp portrait over and over and over again. We want to get creative out there. So I was a big fan of that shot. And then speaking of the action, as the harlequin duck was sitting on the water there, it gave a nice fluff of its feathers, and I kept my shutter speed high, so I was able to capture this one. This one was tricky to edit. Again, if you folks are interested, I can definitely make an editing video and show you folks how I created this one, but it was tricky because I had this darkness on the top and then the light on the bottom. I wish I had this one. I actually wish I had shot a bit higher and got it all, or picked one either lower and got it all in the dark, or higher and got it all kind of with the light background. But having this mix made it hard, especially to edit the head there. But I love the gold. I love the nice golden cast on the wing and all the golden water drops. I thought that was beautiful. So now the next phase, I wanted some action between them. I wanted to get a Mr. and a Mrs., Mr. Harlequin and Mrs. Harlequin, and I just wanted to see what was going to happen up on this rock, as I had the portrait, and I ended up with this shot here of Mr. and Mrs., and then I got kind of the third wheel here in the middle. And I did have shots of the Mr. and Mrs. alone, like just the two of them, but because they're so spaced out, in photography, there's the rule of odds. So odd numbers draw our eyes more. And when it was just Mr. and Mrs., and because there was so much space between them, I didn't love the shot. I find if you're going to have just a pair of something in a photo, like two birds, that works if they're close together. It doesn't work as well when they're further away. It kind of makes you look back and forth. You don't know which one the subject is. Whereas when you have three, you tend to have a better idea of where the subject is. And so that's why I liked the third one, and it kind of fit right in that gap, right in the middle as it was going by. So that's the reason I chose that. What happened next was some of the ducks left and they decided to take off. Well, I was able to capture one in that moment while it was alone, while it was taking off. And this is my favorite shot easily of the day. I call it like the Harlequin duck angel. And this is actually the sun behind it. This isn't even a gradient I made. This is the sun. That bright glow was right behind it. That's the sun rising. So it was awesome shot. Definitely my favorite one of the entire day. I was able to keep my shutter speed nice and fast because we had so much light. So this one was actually shot at 1/6400 to get everything nice and sharp. Then I did one as a crop for Instagram, but this one was definitely my favorite of the entire day. So some of the ducks had come over here to this spot. With them coming over here, my goal was to capture, I wanted a really tight, just nice blank portrait. I really liked the one on the water, but then to finish out the day, I just wanted a perfect harlequin duck portrait to really show off the colors now that the sun was up a lot higher and it was getting a lot brighter. This was borderline time to call it. We don't want to stick around too long where the light's going to get too harsh, right? That's why it's the golden hour. You got an hour of that beautiful light. But it didn't quite work out. I tried to, it was still a beautiful cast. I still love it, but I wasn't close enough. This is still pretty far away for the nice tight portrait that I wanted. I tried editing it, and I just don't like it. I could probably fluff it up with some denoise and stuff like that, but sometimes you just got to call it. Hey, that's not worth it. I can do better. And that's what we're going to do. Next time I go out, we're going to try and capture a nicer... That was the only thing I felt I was missing. I wanted a really nice, tight, beautiful portrait to really show off their colors. But overall, amazing day. And then just to end it off, I just want to show you how we started, because this is roughly the same location, right? This is roughly like the same spot where the harlequin was. So this was at the beginning of the day, you know, not a lot of light, sun hasn't risen yet, pretty boring, to boom, right? Nice striking photo, action, nice backlight, and it was a great way to end the day. If you folks enjoyed this type of video, let me know. I can make more of these. If you didn't, I'll never make it again. And if you want more bird photography tips, I have a free bird photography settings cheat sheet ebook, link in the description below. Like and subscribe, and thanks for watching.